side. It's a really aggressive approach, and look at this. He's just being completely sandwiched, taken out early on.
But they're being driven into Dimasic right now. So Dimasic is in elbow, and he's utilized the Molotov perfectly here to buy time.
I just woke up.
Set up this flank. In the meantime, Kang in market.
Yeah, Kang's just going to be watching for these rotations. He can hear all of them coming already. Look at the fight that's taking place. And an impeccable time once more. 2 kills, just watching market. And site control is theirs. The spike, quick tap just to try and bait some utility out. You're running right into that one. How Dong still denies. You're going to keep flying through. The right clicks of the Vera. You got to be kidding me. 3 kills on the pistol. And he's isolated it down just to Kang, but the timing once more. This guy is just elite. 4 in the round.
Hey,
pound for pound, answering back.
Sorry, I just got up.
If you thought this game wasn't going to be entertaining, oh, take a look. Sit yourself down. Get ready for this one. I mean, Kang and Life having an awesome pistol round, but also adapting to what Liquid threw at them. Liquid set the tempo here, and I don't know that that's going to be the case all the time, because EDG are quick. But that push down short funneled EDG up long, and they still had the presence of mind to leave a lurker to pounce on the rotates. And you can see Emil there getting rocked instantly as the pistol round strat falls to pieces. And also, Brent, just the fact that we're here on Bind,
hey everyone,
you are going to see these all-in pushes from EDG.
Holy fuck!
As Countdown finds that opening kill, but with a double duelist comp, they don't play the map. They don't.
Dude, Kang's just spamming people.
They go for these kind of hits all the time.
Yeah, big
where they're just
wholesale executes,
bursting into B.
Absolutely. It is intriguing as well, the fact that this is Edward Gaming's pick on Bind. It's a map that they have opted into. It does make some level of sense when you consider Team Liquid's
hey everyone, what up?
Map, but even still, in my eyes, when I
I slept a really long time.
No, I can agree with you there, and I think also the double duelist composition on Bind has just not worked.
No, it's gone out of favor a lot.
At the global level, there haven't really been any teams that have made double duelist function. But the question is whether Liquid is good enough to punish them for that, or whether the double duelist comp just allows Kang and Life to go crazy.
It was so interesting listening to the Soulcast interview that was played before this, where he's talking about, you know, we've played against chaotic teams before. We know how to, you know, play against them. But I don't think anybody's ready for a team like Edward Gaming. The way that they play in terms of their chaos, I mean, it's almost like they invented it.
Morning, everyone. I had my phenomenal sleep, alright? I will not be sleeping during any of the matches today. I'm fucking woke right now.
Team Liquid, a couple of players on light armor on the anti-bonus. Like I said,
dude, my hair's all over the place. I didn't get time to like...
5-man execs a lot of the time. And Liquid know this. This is why they've changed their composition, I think. Because having Yampy just
hold match left,
around his chamber, that's not
we'll definitely play after the match.
And being able to stack the other site off the first...
One of the matches got shifted, bro.
Here you see dash into shower, lands inside his slow orb, and immediately calling for the rotates. Look how fast Scream is through.
So much util already being used to just try and take that shower's control. And yeah, the rotation is going to be called. Again, space.
Volume ladder? Yep.
Onto the site. Not quite getting too much done. In fact, Yampy's just at the back there, behind Triple, making sure he puts the shots in, but he opens himself up just a little bit too wide. Luckily, the trade is there, though. Scream still online. Team 6 swinging from heaven.
And this has been a brutal round for EDG. The Showers player got walled off instantly, so that stops it from being an 8 split.
Do you see the amount of utility they use there?
I'm almost certain Edward's going to win.
The Team Liquid game plan for Bind is going to be to rotate extremely quickly. I mean, you could even call it over-rotating, but using Yampy's wall and slow orb to either slow the hit, or if Yampy's on the wrong side, to just
like I just think like so if Paper X struggled against EDG,
back to that side. I think
they could definitely dismantle Liquid right now in their current state.
Good enough, and Team Liquid able to secure the anti-bonus. And now EDG are playing a little bit spread, looking to fight for B long, while there's still 2 players monitoring the rest of the map.
Wait, you sound tired? I'm not tired, don't worry. I just woke up. I'm like groggy, you know?
Just off the back of passive utility.
Hey everyone.
That fault line did connect prior. It's forced out the Trailblazer, but again, that map control just going over to the side of EDG, but it looks like a fight taking place once more. Team Liquid trying to take it to them and regain control of the Octagon position. A lovely deep nade. That is going to be pushing Life just back for but a moment.
And Nevera spotted at least 1, perhaps 2 over by short. So Liquid are going to keep their players in position, spread 2 and 2.
Wait, is Life playing from like a secluded spot on stage?
In that opening game against Paper Rex, he wasn't afraid to pump the brakes. And now, silently, setting up for a B split, controlling that area that they got at the beginning of the round with B long.
What was the third match of the day? What was it supposed to be? Why did it get moved?
Boatload of utility. Nathan's at the back of the side. The execute's coming online, but that off-angle by Scream. Just elite, and he's got the crossfire set up. Another satchel. Just clinical. But at the end of the day, there is still one player left standing for Edward Gaming to try and carry this round home for them. But it is the 1v2. Chichu just tapping the spike, trying to force an isolator 1v1.
The Liquid players have split up. Gonna be able to get the plant down here. Unfortunately, lost all information on where Team Liquid might be, so he's got to be paranoid. They could be around any corner. I think he just spotted a glimpse of Nivera.
Snake bite into the corner. It's all about this first fight, the angle. Patience is the name of the game of 3 kills online. Giampi's going to cover it instantly with the trade. That's going to be the round secured as well.
And that's a huge one for Team Liquid to get online.
Artists in the hospital and some of the others had food poisoning.
A bit of a problem.
Holy
fuck. Should have been able to realize which direction the final player was coming from. But it's nice control.
Dude, food poisoning is awful. I hate food poisoning.
Scream, by the way, having a monstrously good anchor.
I think one of like my worst food poisonings was I got KFC and there's like a spicy chicken that was out and it was like brand new. I had that and then I went home, I took a nap and I started throwing up everywhere.
You can always rely on Scream.
But he didn't take over the game.
No.
And that is something that he can do at any point.
Very intelligent player when it comes to the mechanics. And he's been tasked with a lot of the IGLing, which...
that's why I get really put off. I really get really put off by like fried chicken. Wait, Kang has like the insane timing right here.
Okay, Dimmasic's been traded out. That's pressure up B long. Soulcast grabs one on the other side of the map. It seems like EDG are going for this kind of B long aggression with a couple
They're
of
cheating.
Watching over by short and showers. Just testing, limit testing.
The first round Tenz is not. Yeah, I saw Kang
dissipating.
KK over there, man.
Nobody's trying to punish that res. Head over the angle. Out on Will, claim the kill. Going for the repeats once more. Of course, you're going to be taking these risks.
He's like ducking IRL.
On the half buy, why not?
But overall, I mean,
and your voice is deep.
Both of these players
I just woke up. That's why.
Great ultimates for the next round, as long as they can close this out.
Down B.
Closing it out. Easily done, it seems.
Yeah, not too much pressure in that round. They did force the Resurrect coming out from Yampi, which is decent respect that Team Liquid are showing. There are just so many good ults on both sides, honestly, to be used here. But remember, the way that
20 hours sleep, I slept like a fantastic amount, actually.
Like the showstopper to stop a push coming through.
I think I've been fucking
composition.
Yeah, there's definitive weaknesses, I think, when you do see the double duelist being ran.
Yeah, I've been not getting enough sleep lately. So I'm glad I was able to get a full night's rest.
It can be, like you said,
really glad, actually.
Difficult to reset, I think.
And that's part of the reason why it's so interesting that EDG...
Bro, it looks like he really slept it. I slept it good.
They are on
I literally missed a whole match. And I didn't catch any matches yesterday, and I didn't catch a match this morning.
Instead of Liquid being the ones anti-stratting the double duelist. So there certainly were different directions.
Are you playing ranked after match? Yeah, I will.
Could have gone. And EDG are really trying to flex their muscles of Life and Kankan early on in this game to see whether they can get value out of the star power on the team. And Kankan has been good so far.
It's been a menace, man.
I pulled up the top 5 chambers at the event. Yeah. He's on that top 5.
He's on the list.
After his first performance against the grand finalists from
By the way, I think he recommended Artisan Zero Extra. Amazing. I'm glad you like it.
Last matchup as well, he had 44% of his team's first kills.
Is the quality of the merch nice? Yeah, I was really picky with selecting like my merch and stuff, because there was like a lot of companies that I was like testing, but they would send me stuff and it would just feel like really like cheap. But with the company I'm working with right now, they're like I can control like a lot of like the quality of the merch that's like going out, and I was like really picky with certain stuff.
See if that ends up punishing them. They're not heading into the Sage player from Team Liquid.
It's very cautious so far.
Now they are.
It's a complete rotation.
Now they are.
And this is where the trouble lies. The wall will get broken from that TP rotation. Remember, there's still about a minute on the clock here, so Edward Gaming do have a lot of time to work with.
That's a minute where Yampy is sweating bullets. In a situation like this where you realize you've made a mistake and you're just waiting for the consequences, it just gets so much worse.
Wait, where's Smoggy? Wasn't Smoggy the sub?
And that has prompted out
Was Smoggy the sub from yesterday?
Time in the round to use them. 50 seconds. If Chichu can break all three of them, that might be useful, but there's still two heading towards B and informing the rotates that should be coming here.
Yeah, Liquid should have complete information.
That's interesting.
It's coming through now to Nightfall, scattered into the corner. Prowler sent back as well. There is a lot of ultimates online for either side to try and offset this one, but it's going to be the B side giving up for the time being. Now the orbital strike. Let's just try and deny that space in the plan once more, but there's 20 seconds remaining.
Showstopper as well, out here for Scream, who's in elbow right now.
Does he want to try and go for this one?
They're letting them get the plant down.
They're letting them get the plant down.
Oh, Scream has no satchels. So if he pulls out the showstopper, he has to do like the long shitty one.
Same again for Edward Gaming. Now the Trailblazer into the back. That's going to be that Rolling Thunder pushing him all the way into the corner. Nice little shot from Dimisic. Connects onto that one. Showstopper for Showstopper. Is that 1-for-1? As Kanan will fall. The players just can't quite get into the back. Still the duel is going to be won by the off angle. Nobody going absolutely insane.
Yampy now has a rifle.
Picks up two and the rifle in the hands of Yampy. He does collect the kill, but time running low once more to defuse the pull. That disrupts it. Time is running low, and it is a spammable angle. It needs to be covered. Time's running low. They just call it.
Oh my god, he won the round.
And Scream just gets out of there in time. It's a Red Bull clutch there as EDG hold on in the post plan. B on bind is the worst.
What is the Japanese bean on the front of the crew neck? It is it basically says like Tenz.
It was because they didn't have 5 rifles online. But they didn't play to deny the plant with the Showstopper. They weren't able to make space off the back of Scream's Showstopper either. And the rotates were far too slow, considering that there were Seekers at play. I think that is a missed opportunity there for Liquid in multiple ways. But at least Yampy comes out richer than he went in.
Sure. Walked away with a rifle, I suppose. It was a costly round for Edward Gaming, obviously with all of them dying in the end. A couple of them are on half armor rifle buys. Assure you. I mean, they'd be buying full armor if they could.
Holy shit, 118 grams? Dude, that thing, that's a brick.
Over towards showers.
I'm glad you like the mouse though.
And already Dimisic is thinking about playing rotate. If Team Liquid think EDG are going to be readable every single round, they're going to be in for a nasty surprise. But the tendency to over-rotate, I think, is still going to be useful for them. Just got to make sure you don't do it too much. Trailblazer finds the jet on the other side. And that lets you know that life is not a position to need.
Thank you for the sub, Javon, by the way.
You know you've got a few seconds before that would happen.
Welcome to the stream. Sorry that I'm so late.
Just playing on top of triple. There's going to be a dash engage into the cloud burst, and life does fall at the end of the day. A pull though, is locking down these players, and the aftershock is just a bit delayed, but the bullets are not. Kang just opens it up.
Kang's ripping off heads right now.
Two of the anchoring players on Team Liquid.
Fantastic entry. Life getting spammed into his smoke was a bit unfortunate, but Kankan's bullets are just so accurate. Meanwhile, Nevera just stays alive, and they're going for the pivot with 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
They don't know that Yampy's here.
Yep, Yampy, he could just be a miracle worker. Down onto the floor, the spike, it drops. There needs to be a trade, and eventually it comes through. But at what cost? 10 seconds remaining. They know.
You know what's crazy? It's crazy how good of a player Tanking is, because he's switching between two polar opposite roles, and a lot of the time it's like kind of hard to do that. Like when I played like Jet, and I did both like entering and like opping. Oh, did you not see the barrel?
To the opposite side. This isn't really being watched.
I would like kind of struggle some days with like one or the other. Like sometimes my entry would be like subpar to like my op, or like sometimes my op would be like shit compared to my like rifle. It's like really like back and forth.
That's the ace in the round.
But dude, he's really consistent, swapping between two different roles, that of which have different paces.
Spread across a round. I mean, Can just rips apart the A defense. Look at these shots. The first one onto Scream as he swings, and then Soulcast then trades out the rest of his team that are waterfalling from Hookah and wins the.
Is that a green crosser or a yellow crosser, chat?
But he relieves pressure to get the plant down. I mean, he literally did everything in the round. Yeah. The only resource he had available to him was the rest of his team sending their lives away to make space.
I can't believe the confidence.
I'm surprised he's using a yellow crosshair while using yellow outlines. I wonder if it would blend in.
No, I mean,
I naturally never tried it because they would just blend in.
Have Can plant, and the other player try to hold it.
Yeah.
But when you're a superstar, you've got that level of confidence, and that, I think, is an accurate label.
Do you know what I heard? I heard logically, this is why I use the yellow crosshair in Counter-Strike, but I heard that yellow gets to your brain the fastest, or something crazy like that.
Dominant. And you wouldn't think that this is his first big tournament on a global stage, with truly across the world international competition. Obviously, they went through that East Asia LCQ to get here. They dominated their opponents.
And as EDG take a small lead here in the map, I just want to talk about their opening game against Paper.
I play Overwatch and most of the maps or daylights are just hitting me.
So I'm
the thing is,
excluding Icebox. They still
I get fucked over by blue when on Breeze. On Breeze, I struggle with blue crossers on Breeze.
What they were struggling with was
I literally can't see it ever.
Those into round wins against the best teams in the world. And so that's certainly something to keep our eyes on.
Get out of my way.
Same util set up to try and take that.
It's red, not yellow science student.
Pull the C's over the top as well, but again, respect is shown by Team Liquid. Backing away on Trailblazer. Okay, into the nade.
Well, if only I could use red outlines.
Damage for life. But Navira still holding down the fort as well from that one particular angle. Still the players will fall. Liquid's with the fast rotate.
There's two knives.
Smoked off from all of these positions. There has to be a bit of respect, and a rifle has been acquired.
And it's so rough for Dimasic right now. Heading through market, but with only a judge to play with. Great timing from Yampi. Catching life as he was spamming.
Yeah, really clean stuff, honestly. The Storm as well. Drop. That is the spike still planted. And Dimasic rotating with a judge, but playing on. No! Out 2 shots at the cranium. That will do it. Just down to Howdong now, and he's been swarmed from every position.
What? That's legendary.
Perfect, again with the swing from Yampi, making sure that he self-prevents all the chaos in the round.
Yeah, what a great.
Haven't seen you stream for a while. Wow, your room has been lively now. Yeah, I'm almost done building the PC. I just get the rest of the wires today, and I can hook it up in the media area.
Liquid are keeping pace. Certainly one of their weaker maps. I mean, what? Just a little bit of
Why can't you use red outlines? I am colorblind as shit.
EG are going to get pushed down onto a thrifty buy.
It literally just does not work for me.
Can still with a showstopper.
I tried it when Valorant first came out. Like I just played with red. I didn't even know there was an option for it. And I would literally like just not see people.
Yeah, or rather anti-eco round.
And then after I switched to yellow, it was like night and day difference for me.
The Sheriff plays.
These guys are really dangerous.
Who was your first main? Viper.
So 3 players to start from Team Liquid over on B. And again, EDG on the eco rounds are just playing spread, not to trade for each other, not to group up and overwhelm. They're just really spreading out around the map and trying to find 1v1.
Just yellow for no reason.
But the angles are watched.
Yeah,
I think
this kind of strategy.
I think I was like one of the first people to use yellow. I mean, oh yeah, it's yellow. Wait, is it yellow?
That's one of the big reasons that they can.
Took a second to remember if it was green or yellow outlines. I wonder if I didn't use yellow outlines, if people would still switch over.
Liquid have been around for so long at this point.
Because I feel like a lot of people tried it out and they wouldn't have fucked with it.
I think that's unreasonable, but 2022 has been a bit of a story of wasted potential, I would say. Maybe that's the whole story of.
They tried 4x3 res, yes I have.
Turn that around. This tournament.
Era champions, the backs against the wall.
So EDG taking B long control again here. This has been their game plan, but it's almost always pivoted into a B exec. There are 3 Team Liquid players waiting for it.
They can go for 4 players pushing through B long. They're biding their time though. Just waiting around.
The thing about Liquid. Whoa, that was a really good nade.
Could be another smoke drop down.
Dude, if he timed that better, like, he just threw the nade just now for, like, no reason, really. But if he synced the nade with, like, one of his teammates peeking long,
they're gonna go for the re-clear, but it's a team flash.
Yeah, team
that would have been, like, amazing.
Never ideal. Falling Thunder, though, into this one, but there is going to be a showstopper to try and play into this one. It's a pre-fire into the corner, right inside the tube. Damage is being done, certainly, but Scream
taking off heads
at the back of the site. The satchel to disrupt the movement. He's always going to be favored.
You miss playing on stage? Yeah, I do. Playing on stage is fun. The
impressive one, though, from Scream is the kill onto Haodong to avoid being traded. You have to throw more than 2 people at Scream in order to take him down.
30 seconds left.
And EDG find themselves in a situation that is simply unwinnable. Liquid have a great.
Oh, so the thing about, like, because we played Liquid's bind.
Yeah, they were more than ready for it.
And I feel like they're still struggling a bit, but like
very little value from
like one of the bad things about like the way that Liquid approached blind was like for B.
I think when it does get scrappy like that, I mean,
they struggled to keep either hookah or long B control.
Sometimes they'll relish the opportunity.
Like they would literally give up. You would be able to get both on them, like both hookah up to here and both long B up to here. And then you just pop on them. You literally just save, like, you get up there, and then you just util spam the site, and you just get in the site for free.
Soulcast had actually been pushed off that angle. That's the frustrating thing to me.
I think we like 13-2 Liquid on bind when we played them, and I can still kind of see it. They're doing better though. They're actually fighting for a long B better as a team.
I said at the time he looked like the best.
But also one of the things that like would make it hard for them to hold it is they don't really have like the jet or chamber that like ops long B and basically can get out for free.
Set play that we were seeing where they take control of showers, the util dump, and Liquid happy to disrespect them. Now on top of the wall,
main agent now.
Slight off angle approach there in that fight against Life.
Not too sure actually.
They know that the players obviously get pushed up here into Octagon.
These eco rounds. They've just not been able to apply enough pressure on one side of the map to make space for the lurks. Kankan just finds a glimmer of an opportunity. He does pull Scream back over to A. Maybe there's some kind of chance here. But once more, the defensive setup looks good, and once more, they give away a player.
No Chamber's filling my heart with happiness.
EDG look frankly lost.
I want to see what's a percentage of win rate for chamber comps versus non-chamber comps. Can we get a statistic on that after this event?
Oh, the strike just being held down, and yeah, it's just too obvious that the players.
That was a really good ulti.
Around that area.
30 seconds left.
Making too much noise. Obviously, there's still that half by round, but they're not really showing too much incentive, I think, to cook anything up that's unique. It's really does feel like they're just leaning onto that raw mechanical ability, hoping that they get given windows of opportunity to take fights at the sheriffs and whatnot. But
you missed double duels, man.
But even when they do,
yeah, I'd say I do. I think it was the most exciting to play and both to watch.
To another showstopper,
one after the other. Well, she's just going to be looking for a couple of kills. The double face. Tap Dimasic. That's going to be a rifle removed at the end.
Yeah. He still has enough money to buy. So final round of the half, EDG, with one last shot of making this a decent one. But apart from the pistol and the follow-up, they've won.
Literally just playing against Chamber makes me just have an upside down smiley face.
Of, out of all the maps to take Liquid to,
this was the wrong one, I think.
I think the wrong one as well. Still,
yeah, no, okay. He is fun to play.
Double duelist idea.
In a way, like just because he's so broken. Like he's giga broken, so if you like pull off something crazy, it's like lol.
Sure.
But when you get like owned by it, it's just like what the fuck, like why can't this guy on pistol round just ADS this angle and shoot my body twice and I die? And then TP away.
They know that EDG are gonna group up and go for a big exec, so they're not too worried about giving them, space on the map.
Yeah.
And for EDG. Trying to make a little bit of noise over towards B, grouping up for a short exec. Yampy has an operator in his hands.
Here comes the fight.
Yeah, no, his ult is not fun at all. His ult is literally just like I won't lie, old Valorant op was fucking OP as shit. But that ultimate is too crazy.
So risky, especially when there's so
like the op is already really good. Imagine if the op shoots 3 times faster and slows.
Right back into the fray. Showstopper in his hand. The movement was beat for about a second, but still claims the kill. Just down to Shishu, not enough. Again, that is a beautiful, beautiful retake there from Liquid.
Yeah, they're looking superb, and Scream is delighting in this gladiatorial battle where he just gets to take every duel he possibly wants.
Like I don't know, I don't think the devs like understand. Like, okay, there's like a difference. Like, okay, let's say you whip out jet knives. You whip out jet knives. With jet knives, you can't just hold an angle and get 5 kills. Whereas if people are running at you and you have chamber op, because of the not only just the insane fire rates, but also the ability that it slows people that get killed next to it, and you can just repeat them over and over with insane fire rate and get kills easily. It's only a $4,700 gun. I would buy, if the chamber op was buyable, I would fucking buy that shit for 8K.
Where's Golden Boy when you need him?
8,000, I'd buy the chamber op.
The comp change. Brian was talking about that. Let's talk about that here, because Ryan, Sage going
but that's the value I put on that weapon.
What did you make of
it felt like a bit of a rock paper scissors from beta, right? Where loads of people were running double duels.
Stop the cap, dude. If my fucking op shoots crazy fast and it slows.
But Yampy moving on to the Sage for the first time, pretty good start. Also in regards to like Team Liquid,
the one tap in legs is a good fix, like taking that out.
12 rounds, which is one of the areas, the win conditions for EDG.
How much would you pay for jet ult?
More first kills against paper, still lost the series. They were so good at
it's not as much as an op,
literally none today.
in my opinion.
Yampy finding all of this control, winning out clutches.
It's definitely over a rifle.
It's these kind of
I would say 4,000 for jet knives. That's what I'd rate it.
Found very little.
I love his use of the walls as well. There was one wall you're like,
no armor at you two?
But I think it's sectioning, you know, the site, being able to create.
Well, if I go into a round after we just won, I drop my rifle to my teammate and I have 8K. By the chamber up, what?
Because if you've watched the last 4 times Team Liquid has attempted
I'm saying theoretically,
then I'm looking at the fact that they've
in a theoretical situation where you could buy it, that's the value I put on that weapon.
They won 0 attacking rounds. This is a team that struggles very much on their attacking side on Bind, and that's where I'm going to put a huge asterisk. It looks like they're doing good, but trust me, ladies and gentlemen, EDG can really rip apart the second half.
Yumpy's too. I'm waiting for him to do something crazy.
Yoru is an annoying character. I do agree with that.
Saving him for the attack side?
The thing is why Yoru is really fucking like super annoying to play against. But the reason why I don't get mad about him, if I get outplayed, I'll literally just laugh about it, because I know how hard that character is and how you have to be constantly. You have to be super proactive constantly. And it's so hard to achieve what you could achieve with normal duelists easily. It's just infinitely like much harder for Yoru.
Didn't get to play the opening game either.
It's like a really high skill ceiling. And if someone's really good at Yoru, they can just feel super aids to play against.
Why they've struggled so much with those first kills. It was their area of domination, and yet they found none of it, as Ryan was pointing out.
Let's see what the answer is here, because this is immediately fast showers control. The snake bites were layered down. This is a clear set strategy, and there's no attempt to try and break this wall. In fact, the spike is going to go down.
Someone needs to knife that wall.
The Ascend pistol round. They've stolen the comp. They've stolen the strat as well. Those were your.
I always thought this like strat is interesting. Well, not if you have shorties.
He's a bit of an older play. Yampy though, okay with a short. He does not get the one he was looking for, but
they have a Viper orb on it.
Online for Team Liquid to deny a lot of time off of this one. Still, the kills are starting to flow in the way of Edward Gaming. Molly though on the floor, posing a bit of a problem, and still that flank.
I mean, in theory, it's a good idea.
Time still running so low. Frenzy spray downstream, just can't quite find it. Devastating knifed. You can't do it.
There's no way he's doing that.
Welcome to Champions. Oh my word.
Dude, that was such a Chad move. What? That was fucking Giga Chad right there.
That's a backbreaker.
He didn't think about running away or repositioning. The instant thought he had was, I'm gonna fucking run at this guy and try to knife him.
That pistol round.
Yeah, they really did. Of the 4 rounds that EDG have won, 3 of them have been off the back of hero plays. Round 1 was a 1v2, round 6 was a 1v2, and then you had the Kankan ace. just the default plan has been getting no value.
And Scream is just so willing to take these fights once more. Knows the players are not going to be equipped with much else. The rest of the team's going to be back in as well. True Gaming just dropping like flies.
And Team Liquid get into the site very quickly. Navera might get challenged a little bit on the flank here, but Shishu only with classic. Oh, it's dangerous. Maybe I shouldn't have said only a classic.
One enemy remaining.
Calls for reinforcement.
He does indeed. Spectre was given over in the midst of all of that, but not enough.
10-4 lead for Team Liquid. Just absolutely.
I don't think EDG closes out the rest of this map.
Running away with it.
I have a feeling
at the bottom of the scoreboard there, 2 and 13. And I was curious as well.
I have a feeling it's gonna be Liquid winning the bonus right here, and then EDG is gonna somehow win the fucking the Thrifty.
He went crazy. Yeah.
But then Liquid just closes out 13-5. I feel like that's the narrative.
Trading, yeah. Team Liquid, pretty excellent in these bonus situations, and EDG are looking like they're almost out of this map. They should be favored to win this round though, and anything is possible. We've seen some crazy
who's that one NA team that runs
need to be winning these rounds where
Breach on Bind?
I love the slow spread default here.
I actually think it's really good. There's just like a lot of spots where you could like use Breach in a really optimal way.
Life to take contact, fault line that comes down B long. I suppose they could throw a flash in there as well, but it is a fault line that hard on.
Actually, no, there's a few that use Breach on here.
It's intriguing. Like on A, every game again, they've just given up showers.
Like let's say this setup right here that the Jet is in with Breach, the Breach can easily stun a line down here that the Jet could peek off of. So if you time it correctly, it's really good.
With the Sage,
and he'll just get out after with the dash.
Oh, there we go. Can finding the opening duel. The raise diff.
It's a big kill to find. And time is running relatively low. You're just swinging into it. Of course, the dash just to evacuate. Life's going to get, I believe, his third kill there of the map.
And the trap
you think EDG can win map 2?
Back up for that one.
The
rest of Team Liquid are heading into
put King on Chamber, Life on Jet. I'm pretty sure it's doable.
We're going to be committing into this one with 3 players. The crossfires from Rebel Gaming. Look at that. Once more, locking down a line of angles.
I was wrong about the bonus round.
But the spike nowhere near him. It's going to be the Edward Gaming winning this round, getting their 5th.
I did jinx them. The narrative has switched now.
And doing it without losing too many players.
Yeah, hopefully not losing too many more rifles to Navera.
Is it the new merch you're wearing? Looks fire. Yes, it is. Thank you. No, I appreciate it.
The Vandal. So EDG escape with the anti-bonus and a lot of weaponry here. They've still got a fighting chance heading into this half.
Has it been announced if,
enough, I know it sounds counterintuitive,
like, the slots for Franchise League in, like, the Asia region?
Shut down when the double duelists are attacking. You might think double duelists should be really good on attack, but it's just so readable.
Yeah, you mean on Bind in particular?
On Bind in particular, yeah. On defense, you're letting the game come to you, and there's still opportunities for Life and Kankan to take fights on their own terms. So maybe there could be some sort of setup here. That's a slow orb into a molly.
Yeah.
Not yet. Okay.
Inside shower.
I was wondering how many Chinese teams would be there, because I feel like
how do you shut that one?
Give Valorant some time to develop, and China could definitely be like a powerhouse region in terms of like just viewership, like teams. Like it's a
very late lurk here from
really big country.
Back through showers, unexpected,
and he could be everything for them. He's already
like
one kill. There needs to be the support, and the swing is eventually there. 2 kills, Life. Dash going to be fading away, but he does catch it down to that 1v1. And you're right, Josh. Dimisic, he's bought enough time, and he's got the kills on top of him with the orbital strike.
Life has smokes.
Anywhere right now. Top short, showers.
The stress piling up, ticking away. You have to stick this one. Dimisic doesn't choose to take the fight.
Oh, what?
Handed to him on
I'm surprised he didn't try to go for the another smoke on the spike. Like one way that you could do that really well is
awesome play there by Dimisic. The timing on that lurk back through showers so good. And overall,
what is it called? You use both like the smoke. So like you get it to half, and then you smoke yourself again after the second smoke or the first smoke, and then you tap it again, and then there he either has to instantly like swing and try to spam you, of which you can get off the spike and swing out the right when that's happening, or you just fucking big balls it.
Gonna see that Edward Gaming timeout. At this point, you don't have many rounds as a buffer. 11 rounds online for Liquid. They are so close to taking away this map.
Yeah, I think EDG's defensive side might look significantly better than their attack, but they just don't have the rounds to play with, like you said, Brent.
Still using Excel? No, I'm not anymore.
And part of the gamble of playing the double duel,
it was just too hard for me to like utilize it properly.
Yeah, put up those numbers.
I think if there's like a built-in Excel thing, I think I would use it. But yeah, it's just
no buffer here. And Liquid are feeling
it's just rough trying to like set it up and like tune it to be perfect.
16 and 7.
The game does become a lot easier with Scream putting up these kind of numbers.
Yeah.
EDG are going to have to dig really deep here. They've
Are
shown
you
us
using the Tenz Palmas? Yes, I am.
interesting ideas on
I'm on the small size at the moment.
but they're going to have to seize control.
I always switch between the medium and small though.
Curious if they want to go for some sort of aggressive play to try and take some of that map control early. They do have a showstopper in the back pocket of Can.
Look at the starting positioning here.
So passive.
Anticipating
What size do you like better?
push, I think.
In terms of comfort, I can use the medium. Actually,
Molly lineup,
I struggle with the small sometimes, but I feel like in my moments, I feel like I do aim better with the small.
As well, so he gets good information knowing that this area of the map is clear. Nade over the top to deny the plant. That's going to be colliding. Yampy pays for it with his life, but the spike is at least down. That puts down that time pressure. Boombot's going to be spotting Scream. Still holds it down.
Wow, he tanked it.
Claims the kill.
Nerves of steel.
That's fucking.
Big ultimate that I think Ever Gamer were relying on is going to be taken away from them, and it's looking inevitable at this point.
Yeah, it's comprehensive outplay in rounds like this. They're not even bothering to save the Brimstone Molly for the post.
Scream or Liquid's whipping out the fucking Giga Chad plays.
Again, that time pressure. Starting to really make itself known for Edward Gaming. Jump peak, it's running so low here. You want to take the fights, but right into the rifles. Yeah, you can take down Scream, but guess what?
Do you have any idea what monitors they're using on champs? So they're using like a Lenovo, like 240 hertz. I saw someone opening up the settings and it said Lenovo, like in big, huge text on the bottom right.
The damage. When Can knows where you are,
I think just go to map 3.
Information, just
potentially.
Sure. And look at this again. Team Liquid, they're always prepared for the short push. You can see the positioning when they start the round. They're expecting EDG to explode through short.
Well, it looks like they might be about to, I think.
But Liquid are so ready.
Yeah. Really far back. It's going to be a smoke that ends up going up, actually.
Oh!
Moving his way towards showers there, but look at the position of the Divisik. I mean, the guy is just...
He's in the place where you buy guns.
He went to the bathroom at the start of the round. I mean, he's AFK.
But this is prep diff.
That was actually really nice.
Doing their job, adjusting the composition, and understanding how EDG play. This is anti-stratting. And this is why EDG, I think, have made a big mistake picking blind into Liquid.
It's just that one more round. That's all Liquid need.
What in your
what
in earbuds do you think they're wearing? They're wearing some really expensive ones. Whoa, he wallbanged that.
Headshots claim that's going to be a res almost immediately afterwards, and a stun. I think the fault line do.
I think I know the in-ears they use are like $900. They're crazy expensive.
Bit of a jump peak now with the ult.
I actually recently got one for myself just because I want to practice for like the LAN and like how the sound would be set up.
It's Team Liquid on top.
Scream with a little fist pump there, but that one was fairly trivial for the EMEA.
Well, was that 13-5 though?
Liquid weren't able to win a